Hello, my name is Rachel Stubbs, and I am the Artist Development Coordinator at the International Folk Art Market. In this video, I will discuss some of the best practices and guidelines for pricing folk art. This video is not comprehensive, and IFAM cannot guarantee what the best price is for your unique artwork. As I will discuss, there are many variables to consider when assigning a price to your product. This is not a one-size-fits-all scenario. In general, our strongest recommendation is that you should regard yourself as an entrepreneur who is responsible for making strategic and sustainable decisions for your business. There is one important rule that all artists applying to the international folk art market must follow. The price that you list in your IFAM application is the price that the product must be at the market in July. The application you submit, including types of products and pricing, is a fixed, standard, and mandatory outline of what you can bring to Santa Fe if you are accepted. This screen shows part of the IFAM application where you must list individual product information. Do not put a price range in this question. You cannot change your products or prices after you submit your application. Think carefully about how you want your pricing to be for your products. During the market, there is a standards committee that will review every booth to ensure that the product exhibited in your booth matches the application you submitted. The folk art you bring to IFAM should match descriptions, photos, and prices submitted in your application. The price of a work of art should include all of the elements and steps that went into the finished piece. This screen shows the primary expenses you should take into consideration when pricing your artwork. One of the most expensive aspects of an international market is the shipping costs. Shipping costs can vary based on the size, weight, and distance of the shipment. In addition to shipping costs, you should use sturdy and reliable packing materials to ensure that your artwork will arrive safely in Santa Fe. When you are planning to travel into the United States, you need to calculate what the currency conversion is. This will also assist you in pricing your products. The other two important variables that are frequently not factored into a retail price are the cost of materials and labor. With any type of art, there are many materials and stages in the creation process. You should take note of every tool and material that you use from the beginning to the end when crafting a work of art. If there is equipment or additional supplies that you need to create artwork, you should add that to the material cost. As an artist, your time and energy are valuable. Your craft is your business, and you should be paid for your skills and talents like any other job. Decide on an hourly rate for yourself and record how many hours it takes to make one piece. This screen shows a few other examples of potential expenses that you could expect. Oftentimes, after the market has ended, artists have to ship unsold inventory back to their country of origin or carry it back with them on the airplane. In some cases, upon importing or exporting shipments, there may be customs or duty fees associated with your packages. If you have to ship a large pallet of packages on an airplane, you will have to pay for cartage fees or temporary storage while the shipment is in transit. If you choose to hand carry your artwork on the airplane, you should take into account the added expense of checked baggage, which can depend on the weight of the luggage. International markets are great opportunities to network and make connections with new people and potential business prospects. IFAM encourages our exhibitors to have promotional materials such as business cards, posters, or informational flyers in your booth to give to shoppers and customers. Depending on your goals as an artist, you will want to consider what your ideal profit margin is. As a standard margin, you should budget enough income to sustain your craft and cover your living expenses. If you are a designer or leading a cooperative, you should consider your profit margin based on the livable wage needed for each contributing artisan and/or employee in the organization. If your priority is to create social change for a community, you should evaluate what is needed and how the income can be used to create a better standard of living for a group of people. As a growing business, you should plan for the future and budget for long-term goals. If there are future initiatives or experiments that you are dreaming about, your income from the market can be put aside to make that happen. And if you need better outreach, you should also budget for marketing like photography and social media and printed materials that promote your artwork. This slide shows IFAM's sample pricing calculator. This is an example pricing scenario and does not apply to everyone. But this calculator includes all of the variables and elements that go into making your pieces that we've discussed in the previous slides. This pricing calculator is broken down into 3 sections. The first section is the artist cost per product. This includes material cost per product, the artist's labor cost per product per hour, and any additional cost per product, which may be things like marketing or packaging. You should also think about including any social impact that you are planning for or saving for in the future. And importantly, you should create a percentage margin of profit that you would like to collect on each product. In this example, the profit margin is 40%. You will add all of these items together to get the total cost per product for the artist. In the next section is the import cost per product. The first line item is the total number of products in the shipment. You should calculate what the shipping cost is from your country of origin to the United States. This may include duties and customs, but customs and duty fees are not applicable to all shipments, and you should do your own research on what your duty percentage would be for each item type that you are shipping. This duty cost will be calculated per product based on the number of products in the shipment. There may also be import clearance costs, which would include any bond or courier clearance costs while the shipment is in transit. The shipment may also have customs clearance costs, which would be calculated out per product divided by the number of products in the shipment. Then you should look at what the total international shipping costs are, and then divide that by the number of products in the shipment to get the international shipping cost per product. Lastly, you should look at what any other costs are that you may incur during shipping for each product. An example of this would be cartage fees for local delivery when the shipment has entered the United States. You will take the per product line items and add them together to get the total import cost per product. In the last section, you will calculate your final price based on the artist cost per product and the import cost per product. The first item in this section is the total margin that you would like to collect. The total margin can be calculated by taking the total cost per product and multiplying that by the margin multiplier. And then you will need to subtract the total cost per product from this number. The margin multiplier is the number 100 plus whatever your profit percentage should be, and you will divide that number by 100. The next item in this section is the product price before sales commission is added. This number can be pulled from the first section. You will then need to estimate what the sales commission percentage is for your attendance at this market. Because IFAM processes all sales of artwork, we collect a commission. There is 2 different commissions for each artist. There is a 10% commission if you are a first-time artist, or there is a 20% commission if you are a returning artist. You will need to apply this percentage to every product. The total product price should include the product price before commission multiplied by the sales commission cost per product. In this example, the total product price was $444.96. This number should be rounded up for a retail price so that it is more attractive to buyers and easier for Financial computing. Shoppers love to be able to choose, and giving them many options will expand the number of potential buyers. The person who might buy a $50 vase will differ from the person who would buy a $500 vase. You should be prepared for a diverse audience. Everyone has different preferences. Maybe they want a red vase instead of a blue vase. The more you diversify the kinds of products you are bringing to the market, the greater your chances are that the people will be attracted to your booth, which could increase sales. As a reminder, you can only bring the kinds of products that you list in your application, so consider the inventory you want to bring before you apply. The International Folk Art Market recommends that you bring at least one piece that is your best work to be a focal point or centerpiece in your booth display. This piece should showcase your talent, and it may have taken you the most time to create because of the size or detail. This piece may also be your most expensive item. It's important to have one attention-grabbing product, different from the rest, to encourage people to come into your booth. If you are comfortable with people taking pictures of your artwork, it can be good for marketing and exposure. The customer may come back because they remember your centerpiece. As a reminder, the price that you list in your IFAM application is the price that the product must be at the market in July. The application you submit, including types of products and pricing, is final. Do not list a price range for a product. You cannot change your prices or products after you submit your application. Think carefully about how you are pricing your products and what inventory you are planning to bring. If you have a new product or work of art that you would like to bring to IFAM after you have been selected, please email Director of Artist Development, Nadia Hamed, for more information on this process. Thank you for watching this video. My contact information is included right below in case you have more questions for me.